guys, so we are now arrived in Lithuania.
Yes, so we just got here last night. It was really late last night. We were a bit sleepy, but ready to tackle the day and to be going into Old Town. So we're just gonna be walking there from the hotel. It's gonna be about 25 minutes walk. So it's gonna, I suppose, it's gonna wake us up a bit. Why did it have to rain today? As the rain didn't stop until 4 in the afternoon, when we were finally able to resume our original itinerary in Old Town, in the morning we had to adapt to the weather, and we decided to explore the Jewish history of Vilnius, as Vilnius and Lithuania had one of the largest Jewish populations in Europe in pre-war times. So we first visited the beautiful Choral Synagogue, which was the only synagogue in Vilnius that survived the Second World War without being significantly damaged. We then made our way to the Vilna Gaon Jewish State Museum, which is also known as the Tolerance Center, and particularly loved the paintings of Samuel Bach. The artist, who was only a child during the Nazi occupation, held his first exhibition inside the ghetto, and later survived the Holocaust thanks to a Catholic nun that helped him and his mother to take refuge in a convent, where they remained in hiding until the end of the war. We then walked to the Holocaust exposition held at the Greenhouse, just 10 minutes up the road, and we spent about an hour there reading through the informative plaques detailing the horrors of the Holocaust and how 95% of the Jewish population of Lithuania was wiped out of existence between 1941 and 1944. There was also reconstruction of a malina, Yiddish for hideout, hiding places in the ghetto that were built in attics, basements, beneath old buildings, even under garbage cans, where people without work permits hid to avoid being killed. After the visit, which we all heartily recommend, the sun had finally popped out, so we got on the bus and started back with our original itinerary.
So yeah guys, so we made it here now, and yeah, it's under construction. We didn't read anything about that, so it must be very recent then. Or very not too long ago, to be honest, and it wasn't probably updated, but nonetheless we made it here. That was the number 2 bus as well. Managed to get on the right one, and it was heading the right direction, and yeah, the sun came out. Couldn't ask for better timing, really.
But we hope that inside won't be as it is outside, so we can see some, you know,
prettiness. Yeah. So yeah, let's go in.
So yeah, I think that this renovation work's probably gonna last a good few months at least. From the looks of it, they are completely redoing the facade, but inside is quite nice. So if you guys are in Vilnius, I suggest still having a look inside because it's quite impressive. But yeah, shame for the outside, but it's nice that they are making it better. So it's gonna look even better when it's all completed. And now we're gonna be catching the bus back, where we're
right bus
from.
back on the right side.
Yeah, so we're gonna be proceeding with. It's actually gonna become a walking tour now. So no more buses after this. We're gonna be going to the Gediminas Castle Tower. So we see you guys there. So this castle tower was founded by the Grand Duke of Lithuania, Gediminas, so that's why it's called Gediminas Castle Tower, in the 14th century actually. And yeah, so that's the founder. So this Gediminas was the grandfather of Vilnius, so the founders of the city. So yes, if we can get up there, it would be really good.
Let's go then. How much is it?
Price here.
Oh,
Yeah.
one.
€1,
Yeah.
1 person. Thank you. Just a moment.
Excellent.
Please
Thank you.
scan.
Thank you.
Go
Cheers.
inside.
Thank you.
These are the tickets for the funicular to Gediminas Hill that we just took. €1 one way, €2
Both ways.
both ways.
Yeah.
And this is the Castle Tower.
this is-
Gediminas Castle Tower.
It's a little cutie, isn't it? Yeah.
I believe it was basically, I think it was restructured many times, reconstructed because it undergone a lot of damages. To be honest, over the years, over the hundreds of years. Yes, from 1394 or so when it was started
Built and
built.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty pristine around here, so they've done a really good job. Wow, look at that view behind us as well.
That's all modern. So north of the river, modern side Vilnius. Oh, and look, we can see as well the Hill of the Three Crosses, where we're gonna be heading next. So right up there.
Ah, nice. Yeah, very close. And
Nice view. So many churches. We read there are about 28 churches in old town Vilnius, and yeah, you can kind of count all the churches. 1, 2,
It's
3,
weird.
4,
When you're on
5, 6, 7, yeah, you can-
when you're on the ground, you do and you don't see them because they kind of blend in, don't they?
You can see the TV tower, the famous TV tower. It's a bit out of the way. We're not going to adventure
That
there.
is massive. That is so
But
far.
yeah, I have read there's a restaurant right on top. So if anyone is interested in even better views, potentially that tower.
Yeah. And we give the almighty zoom in. There we go. Look at that. Looks pretty forestry around there, doesn't it? From the far, it's got a nice cityscape. Vilnius has.
And also, just to check, just to say about this tower, so you can actually go in, but it's €6 to go in, and this is a bit small. So I read on TripAdvisor, I was looking, shall we go in, shall we not? And most people are saying it's not really much in there, and the views that you see on top are not going to be really that much better than from there. So you see, it's only if
Wow.
you.
Wow,
That's where we're at.
going to play Devil's Advocate. How do you know if you haven't been up top?
I know.
Don't put it off for the guys that want to go up top.
I know, but if you're interested, it's
Yeah.
€6 to go up in any
There
case.
you go. Cool, and so we're going to be heading to the Three Crosses.
Yes.
So as you see, across the plain, we can just see those lovely, gorgeous Three Crosses. As you see, guys, it's 7-ish.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks
Really
like
nice
12.
Yeah, very, very strong.
With a slight tint of warmth of the yellow. Okay, let's give it a good old knock. Come on, best be in, best be in. Oh, this looks like... No. Hello?
We can come back here tomorrow for going in the church. This church is the church I read that when Napoleon saw it, he was so impressed that he wanted to bring it back to Paris. So he wanted to steal the church, Napoleon, like he stole many other things. So yes, because it's actually really beautiful.
Yeah, as you guys know by now, Fran is the one with all the facts. I'm just a cameraman.
Nah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go here. On our way to the Three Crosses monument, let's go to the St. Bernardine garden. So you should be heading down there, right? To go to the, and then we can cross the river here and go to the Three Crosses. What you reckon? We'll have to go down that way, right?
That way, yeah, no problem. Oh, there's that mighty yawn. Oh, that sun.
It's a lack of sleep from the plane last night. We didn't have a lot of sleep. Probably I slept like 5 hours, and I can feel it now. So that's the Vigna River. We just have to cross, you see, on the other side, and make our way to the Three Crosses.
What have we got here?
A long staircase up.
Okay. Ready for the great reveal?
So James, what do you reckon?
Ah, good. The stairs was a good run up.
It's a nice forestry here.
Yeah. Guys, can you hear the fairies?
So let's see how this monument came about. What they did, crucify these monks that came to Vilnius at the time. The inhabitants of Vilnius, the inhabitants of Lithuania were still pagans, so they didn't want to hear potentially them preaching Jesus and all that. So they crucified them, and then afterwards they even chunked them in the river from the hill, from top of the hill. So really nasty actually, if we think about it. But then once the Lithuanians converted, then we'll say in the 17th century, they decided to erect these 3 crosses in their memory, in their honor,
You know why?
basically.
They knew that they fucked up.
Yeah, they know. That was bad.
At least they redeemed themselves from it.
Yes, redeemed themselves, I say. And they kept being wood until obviously kept being kind of rotten and keep replacing them. And now they did them in like concrete. Interesting, very interesting. So let's go up and see these crosses. And apparently Vilnius is the only city in Europe that allows hot air balloons to just fly over a city, the sky of the city. So.
Guys, so this is the finale of the first day.
Yes.
And we're at the highest peak. The sun's out, and as you see, there was hot air balloons, pretty much no cloud in the sky, and yeah, really surprised us. It tested us today, Lithuania.
Like with this changing, like rain and sun.
Long
rain
walking,
and sun.
changing our itinerary around slightly, and and I guess we passed the test, and they rewarded us with good sun.
So we're just ending here then the video for now, and we'll see you in the next one.
Ciao. Ciao. Oh, what have we got here? You know I love my stones. This is where we're going to pray to the god of the forest.